In this video, we're going to take a look at how we simplify logarithmic expressions. The particular expression that we're working with here is log base 1 over x of x squared. Now, the 1 over x here is called the base of the logarithm, and then your x squared is called your argument. An expression in logarithmic form can be written in exponential form in order to understand what's going on a little bit better. What a logarithm does is it gives you the exponent that you need to raise the base to in order to get the argument as your result. Okay, so a logarithm is a finder of an exponent. Let's rewrite this in a little bit more exponential type form so that you can see a little bit better what it is we're looking for. Okay, so 1 over x is the base. Okay, we will be raising that base to a certain power. I'm going to go ahead and call that power y since we're already using x in the expression. And then that should be equal to x squared. Writing it in this form is called changing to exponential form. And again, what we're doing is we're trying to find the exponent that we need to raise the base to in order to get the argument. Okay? Now you'll notice that the bases of the two sides of this little equation that we've produced, one of the bases is 1 over x and the other side it's just x by itself. If we can get those two bases to be the same, then we can tell a little bit better what the exponent needs to be. So what I want to do here is rewrite 1 over x with x as my base. Okay, and we can do that. 1 over x is the same thing as x to the negative 1 power. Now that makes it a little bit easier to figure out what that y value needs to be, okay? Because what we have to do here is figure out how we can make our two exponents, when I'm raising x to the negative 1 to another power, how I can make that become the 2, okay? Exponential rules say that when you raise an exponential expression like x to the negative 1 power to another power, you multiply those powers together, okay? So from here, what we're really trying to make happen is we're trying to make negative 1 times y be equal to 2, okay? So if I solve this for y, what I would need to do is divide both sides by negative 1, and we see that y should be equal to negative 2. So it turns out that our expression up here at the top, log base 1 over x of x squared, is going to be equal to negative 2. Let me come back down here where we've got a little bit more room and rewrite that. Log base 1 over x of x squared is equal to negative 2.